sports betting apps, prediction markets, crypto casinos, meme stock options plays, different names, different communities. But if you zoom out, they all trigger a similar behavior loop. You place a stake. You wait for uncertainty to resolve. You get immediate feedback, and then you can do it again. So what changed? Because people have gambled for centuries. Ancient civilizations had games of chance. States used lotteries to raise money. Modern economies built casinos, racetracks, and sportsbooks. So this is not a story about a brand new human impulse. It's a story about how that impulse got redesigned. For most of modern history, gambling was tied to places and schedules. You had to go somewhere. A casino, a betting shop, a racetrack. There were physical boundaries, social boundaries, and time boundaries. Then those boundaries started to disappear. Not all at once, but steadily. First online gambling, then mobile gambling, then legal expansion in major markets, then non-stop social exposure. Now, for a lot of users, gambling doesn't feel like a destination anymore. It feels like a feature inside daily life. And that shift matters. Because this isn't just more gambling. It's a change in where it happens, when it happens, and how often it can happen. The center of gravity moved from destination gambling to mobile-first gambling. Older cohorts still over-index in legacy channels like lotteries and casino visits. Younger mobile-first users are more likely to encounter high-frequency betting formats, in-play sports bets, event contracts, and app-native speculative plays. That doesn't mean one generation is irrational and another is responsible. It means the product environment changed. Now compare products that are usually treated as separate categories. In-play sports, betting during live games, event contracts in prediction markets. Very short-dated speculative options trades. Legally and culturally, these products are framed differently, but behaviorally, they can look very similar in the moment. Stake, uncertainty, feedback, re-entry. That loop is the key. The biggest change in modern gambling isn't only odds or game type, it's tempo. How many decision cycles can happen in one session? How fast can someone re-enter after an outcome? How little friction exists between impulse and action? When cycles speed up, behavior changes. And this is the reveal. Gambling didn't just get bigger. Uncertainty itself became a consumer product, and apps became the distribution system. Push notifications, live odds refreshes, one-tap entries, fast settlement, social feeds full of wins, picks, and receipts. In that environment, gambling is no longer a niche activity you occasionally opt into. It becomes ambient, always nearby, always available, always one tap away. So why is this sticky? Behavioral science gives us a few clues. First, variable rewards. Unpredictable outcomes are powerful reinforcement. Second, near misses. Almost winning can feel motivating enough to keep going. Third, loss chasing. After losses, people often increase stake or frequency to recover quickly. Fourth, social proof. Seeing peers normalize risk-taking lowers psychological friction. None of this means every user develops serious harm. Many people engage casually, but these mechanisms become more potent in high-frequency, low-friction environments. That's what changes population-level risk. Now, fair pushback. Some users are skilled. True. Some of these products can provide useful information. Also true. Not everyone has a gambling problem. Absolutely true. This isn't an argument that all risk-taking is identical, and it's not an argument that all uncertainty markets are inherently harmful. The narrower point is this. If products are designed for rapid repetition, then loop mechanics matter as much as legal labels. Because users don't experience regulation language, they experience interfaces, and that reframes the debate. The question is not only, is this gambling, investing, or forecasting? The better question is, what kind of behavior loop is this product creating? How fast is it? How much friction exists before re-entry? What defaults shape user behavior? What protections activate for high-intensity patterns? In other words, if this has become an app ecosystem, regulation can't only classify products, it has to govern mechanics, tempo, friction, defaults, safeguards. And one more thing. Legalization does not automatically eliminate illegal or offshore channels. In many jurisdictions, legal and unlicensed ecosystems coexist. So growth in legal markets doesn't mean risk disappears. It often means risk gets redistributed. Intervention evidence also matters here. Structured treatment approaches, like CBT-based interventions, generally show stronger evidence than many light-touch in-app nudges. Some app-level tools may help, but effects can be mixed and context-dependent. So where does this leave us? Gambling didn't suddenly appear in modern life. It escaped its old boundaries, from places to loops, from occasional activity to ambient behavior. That's why it feels different now. And that's why old arguments don't fully explain what's happening. The biggest risk might not be one app, one market, or one category. It might be the normalization of high-speed uncertainty as everyday behavior. And the open question is this: where should the line be between entertainment, investing, and gambling when the loop underneath them starts to look the same?